Welcome back to HBO Girls Rewatch.
I'm Amelia.
And I'm Evan.
And
Today,
happy Christmas. Happy Boxing Day to those who celebrate. Remember to break down those cardboard boxes and recycle them.
Okay, wait, so I kind of just learned what Boxing Day was maybe as of 5 seconds ago. If we were to look back at a clock, it would have only gone 5 seconds forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give it my explanation of it, only just hearing the term and not really actually understanding what it means. But it's a day for good boys and girls to now take their presents that aren't cold because they came in boxes and then put those into stacks and then tie twine around them so the recycling man can like do his damn thing, or woman, or they, them, of course.
I don't understand because I know it happened before recycling did. So what were they doing previous? I think they were saving them.
When you were saying Boxing Day, I did think it was fighting for a second.
No, well, it's fighting to find enough space in your trash can for the disposableness of Christmas. So,
LOL.
Material goods are temporary, memories are forever.
Yes. Correct.
We're, of course, recording this
Actually, 2 weeks prior.
2 weeks prior, because you have to understand right at this very moment, I am actually on a solo yoga retreat in Puerto Vallarta.
I'm sure it's right now. I'm like, you're actually having the best time of your life right now.
I hope I come back kind of tan and like healed completely.
I'm sure listeners at home are like, they can tell it's not Christmas actually here because of the sound of our voice. Because if it's Christmas, there'd be a certain ting in our voice that isn't present currently.
A jolliness that's lacking?
No, they can hear the Hanukkah twang in our voice right now. It's like you can hear 4 candles like right now. That's kind of my vibe.
You know what? Somebody Jewish yesterday told me that Hanukkah doesn't even matter to Jewish people.
Oh yeah,
it's not even in the Torah.
Yeah, it's only important because of Christmas and we like had to have something.
You're like wanting to compete.
It's a competition.
We're in season 4 right now, and today we're rewatching season 4, episode 5, Sit In, and we have a pop star coming to our home, which is kind of crazy.
Pop star.
I'm wearing my go-go boots to celebrate.
I know. You literally. We should both dress. I'm like, take that back for a second. We both are like. Oh, but we're both in our little pop star cosplay. I'm of course.
You look like a
pop.
Sound producer.
I was
pulling up to the studio.
Bedroom pop tonight.
No, you're like in This Is 40. You're the dad that doesn't feel cool. You're Paul Rudd.
I'm Paul Rudd. I thought I'd be the girl in the store who's stealing cash from her register and not the hot one.
It sure feels like you're that in my life.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to say this anecdotal thing because I thought it was so LOL that I like had to bring it up, and I've already talked to you about it, but
I'll act
listeners
surprised.
haven't. Can you act really surprised? So I saw my uncle's concert on Wednesday this week, and 2 amazing backroom things did happen to me. Not backroom sexually, but backroom mentally, aka an actual space called the Green Room that was green for reals. And what it was all about was I was talking to this 135-year-old woman, and I went up to her and was like, I love your top. She's like, it's Vince. She's like, I love your whole outfit. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. You're the kindest woman alive. And then she starts to break down crying. And I was like, I know how to emotionally touch 30-year-old women in a way that I can't reach out to any other demographic. But she broke down crying because I had broken down this wall for her. And I'm obsessed with this woman. She did give me LOL life. And then in the same breath, I'm sitting with my mom. We're looking at her phone. Her client texts her being like, so my wife saw one in the TikTok clips of your son's podcast. I goes, oh my God, you're famous. We're like in my uncle's green room. There's like actual famous people everywhere. My mom's like, look, Evan, you're famous. I was like, I've never been more embarrassed in my whole life than to be in a room with like actual celebrities. My mom's like, you're famous.
And for context, Evan's uncle is why Evan's Nepo baby, because Evan's uncle is also a pop star and best friends with Fred Armisen. Rock star.
Really important distinction.
No wonder your mom had to wear cheetah print. Hello, it's a rock concert. It actually devastates me to hear a story about like a woman so battered by society, so underappreciated by her friends, family, community, that Evan Lazarus saying one kind thing to them in a back room, like, brings them to their knees sobbing.
I loved her. She was kind of my whole world for that night.
I think we all need to send good vibes towards this woman. It sounds like she's going through it.
Yeah, it's because she did finance before COVID.
So if there's any listeners out there that kind of work in finance, this one's for you.
I guess everywhere out loud right now, I'm reaching out to all 30-something women who are going through a hard time because I will always be an ear to listen to your tale.
And I loved, this is just, I know we're not in the episode yet, but Ray has an amazing line in this episode where he says, I'm 34 and so will all of you be one day. I think I misquoted it too.
No, it's close. And then there's another part where it's like, it's actually not that bad. It's not that different, not that bad.
Yeah, like he's like, believe it or not, like you're going to be 34 one day too, which I have to say, I can't believe it for a single second in this moment in my life.
I mean, where was I 9 years ago? I was classically 15 years old. I was 16 years old, so I'm sophomore in high school. I'm still 5'3".
I'm secretary of my thespian troupe. I've just made the dance team. I'm the worst one on the team and everyone knows it, but I get away with it because I have a heart of gold and a sarcastic disposition.
And my glasses don't have lenses. End it there. Welcome our guest today, Blu DeTiger. I said
Yeah.
And I was, and it's every, okay. It's a multi-talented musician known for her skills as a bassinet, DJ, producer.
Bassinet.
Is that dog? I'm really dyslexic too. Bassist. That is bassist.
Yes. Bassinet is what you put a baby in.
That would be kind of crazy if that was like my talent.
It'd be cool if no one corrected
really
me
gonna
too. It's like the whole time we're like, and bassinet.
You're like, I'm actually an amazing nanny for newborns. Nobody talks about it.
Guys.
She gained attention for her vibrant performance blending funk pop dance elements into her music. With a background in classical music and a passion for diverse genres, she carved a unique niche in the music industry. LOL.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god.
That was pretty good.
Isn't that so fun?
That's
I
pretty
love
fun.
ChatGPT. I use it
I
all
love
day.
it.
Do you write your emails with it?
No, but I tried one time I tried putting in like single actors on the come up.
Just to see like who's open.
Yeah, just to see but then if you put I was just messing around with my friend and we were like, I need a PR relationship. We were joking
Oh
around,
my god,
obviously.
you do though.
We were joking around, but and we were typing in hot single race car drivers.
Right.
And then but then sometimes it's you can't put, if you put in hot or something it doesn't do it because it's
it gets mad.
it's offensive or something.
Yeah,
they're
it's hot subjective.
it's subjective, so you can't do it. So don't try that at home.
Wow.
Right, and all the data is
I
only
mess around.
2021. It's only updated to 2021, so it would have given you race car
that's
drivers if it could,
true.
but only to 2021, and those
Oh my
people could be
God.
taken in today's
Wait, I can't believe
economy.
it's 2021.
I
That's not
know.
fair.
Yeah,
It
who do
isn't
we
fair.
talk to about that?
But if you ever need to write an email and you're like,
Yeah,
I
it's,
feel really
really
weird
good.
and bad today, type in fixed grammar autocorrect and just let it have fun.
Sick.
It's
I've
so
tried it with
perfect.
lyrics before. Songwriters have been trying it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it feels like cheating a little bit, but it's not really because it's the same as using Rhyme Zone or something.
Yeah, it's the same thing as
Yeah,
synonyms for
exactly. So
Totally.
it's so people will be write a song about this, and it'll give you some ideas.
Ideas.
I
It's a
haven't
starting
used it.
point.
I haven't fit it into a song yet. But
Yeah.
I think it's
It's something. I do
don't think it's
naming and it's like that. I'll
Yeah.
look. So I'll do naming. It's look up words that are 20 words skilled, and it'll give me masterful. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
and I'll
yeah.
use that for coming up with names for products.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do for job.
Oh, nice.
That's what you do for a job.
That's what I do for job.
we have yet to have a musician on. We're so excited.
really?
'cause
This is amazing.
Marnie's music arc is so.
Oh my god, I have so much to say
Trev,
about it. I have
it's
so
so
much. To say about it. Wow,
Yeah.
crazy. There's so much going on there.
Well, let's dive in. Where were you, or how did you first come to Girls, the show?
Okay, so I came to it a little bit late, honestly. I watched the whole series for the first time this year,
Oh my god.
which is crazy. So I'm kind of fresh to
Off
it.
of it.
Yeah.
I think I started watching. Yeah, honestly, this year, I feel I think I finished in June or something.
Oh my god.
So I'm kind of fresh.
No,
Wait,
it's
but you were
good.
in New York when it was happening,
I
and
was
you were
in New York
I don't
when it was
care.
happening, but I was I'm 25, so I guess when it came out, I was
Kind of young.
I guess in high school.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
we're
was
all
2012.
25, kind of going through the same thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
crazy is this is tea, but Lena Dunham when she was first on the show, and this was Instagram was first starting, she posted a photo in my high school band sweatshirt.
Oh
She
Oh my
had
God,
the merch.
what?
Yeah, she
How
had
did she get the merch?
Because I was in a band, and the singer of the band her dad worked on the show or something.
Oh my god.
And so she she had the merch, and she wore it on the
Oh.
on her Instagram and tagged us, and it was a really big deal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. So kind of claim to fame. Shout out Lena Dunham.
The hallways
She
must have been
rocks.
crazy that day.
Dude, crazy. But but kids in high school weren't really
Right.
Oh.
They're
Or
like,
maybe I think I was like a freshman or something. But my brother, who's a few years older, he watched it when it came out. He was also in the band. So like I heard about it. My parents watched it, but it was like HBO, so it was like
when you're
and
a
it was,
young
like,
girl,
so
it's
much,
like
like-
you don't know about that.
yeah, and it was like a lot of like sex, and I feel like it was like a little bit like ooh like
yeah.
like remember when like Gossip Girl first came out?
Yeah, and you're like, this is porn.
And that was
Yeah,
been
and like,
insane
my
was-
for high
parents were
school.
like, you shouldn't
Yeah.
watch this.
Yeah.
And I was like in like middle school or like whatever. And it's so like PG when you watch it now.
But they had bad attitudes, which I think parents hated.
Yeah, like I was just like not like I didn't watch when it came out, and then like you get into it later. But I'm actually glad that I watched it
Now.
for the first time now, because now I'm like the age that they are.
Totally.
Yeah.
Aren't they like 25, 26?
They're
Yeah.
25, 24, 26.
Yeah, which
They're
is
all
like
those
perfect
age.
because I feel like I relate to it in a way that I wouldn't have related to it if I
Yeah.
watched it
That
when I
is
was
so
like
nice.
18 or
Because
something.
we always say this, but it's like something we're like currently more relating to more than ever because we are the same age as the characters. But like
yeah.
watching it at 16, it's like all the jokes would go over my head, or like I guess I didn't have context.
Yeah,
of
or even
everything
just like the
going
New
on.
York, like just being
Yeah.
like in your 20s in New York. Like
All the
living in
stressors
Brooklyn.
in their life, I was like, I don't get it. And now
Yeah,
I'm
you don't,
like
relate to
literally
it.
that happened today.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally.
It's so different.
It's so
Literally that
crazy.
happened today. And Lena
Yeah.
Dunham is so like, even in this show, she's so like band supporter. There's always
Yeah,
like
she
some small
is.
indie band doing something.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
that's
And even
perfect.
like New York, like the nostalgia for like that era of New York, I think is more interesting like watching now.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
There's something so like 2014 happening
yeah.
that isn't like this.
yeah, like you,
there's a
you, like,
romance
have
to
a
it.
more you have more like you appreciate the New York that they show. I feel like
Captures
that they capture like
Yeah.
more now than if I watched it like when it was coming out.
Oh,
you know?
Totally.
Wait, looking at Mimi Rose's apartment and Adam's apartment during
Oh
this
my God.
episode, it was like it's so well designed. I want that
Yeah.
right now.
Oh my God, yeah, dude, literally, it's so nice.
It was
They have
so
like little
nice.
outdoor.
All these apartments, I'm like, where do we find them?
I know, but where's like the main? Where's Hannah's apartment? Is it in?
It's
Greenpoint?
Greenpoint.
Yeah.
We visited the steps.
Oh.
And it's like now for families, that whole neighborhood.
Yeah,
It's
classic,
like young
gentrified,
families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Hannah would never live there now.
she would never.
I bet she'd live in Bushwick, don't you think?
She'd be
probably
forced to live in
would.
Bushwick
She
just
probably
based off her
would.
salary. She could not
Yeah,
afford
yeah,
Greenpoint in
totally.
today's
Totally.
economy.
Yeah, totally.
Well, should we jump into the episode? We have
Yes,
finally
and then-
gotten to Mimi Rose arc.
I
Which is
know.
huge.
We've been waiting years for this. It's taken off
Dude.
centuries of my life.
People on
I'm so
Instagram have been like
happy.
Mimi Rose, and I'm like, it hasn't
There's a
it
lot
doesn't
to
exist
unpack.
yet. It
There's
doesn't
a lot
exist
to
yet.
I'm like, I wonder if this is something we do in the future. But someone did send me the Instagram account for the person that Mimi Rose is based off of.
Wait,
who?
Who?
Don't say
Air
it.
it
I don't know if I
now.
can say it because it's like the girl's apparently really, really secret about it. But maybe we will reach out.
Why
and
would she
see.
DM
Is it
us
someone
then?
that like Lena Dunham like knew or something?
Yeah. And
Wow.
also, someone's recently sent me the publisher it's like some random gay guy in publishing for like a
Oh, that's
magazine.
David.
Yeah, for David. So now I kind of have
Whoa.
real life examples of both these people.
Well, Jemima always says that Lena really pulls from real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't
So-
she like just her friend or something?
Yeah, they're like
Exactly.
childhood
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
Okay, I love that though.
It is like
Drama.
amazing for a girl to be like, actually, I'm just playing pretend in my head with people that I kind of know.
Yeah.
And putting them in situations. We're all doing that every day.
Yeah.
Like going through a breakup or like any situation, you're playing it over and over in your head in different scenarios, and you're just like making those situations up over and over again.
Mhm.
And she's just the most talented girl on earth at doing that.
Now she has an
True.
HBO
Yeah.
version of what could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
I love it. Okay, let's jump into our segment, Minute to Win It. Ready,
Set,
set, go.
Mimi, Rose, Adam, and Lena are all in the apartment, and Lena is gonna do a sit-in into the bedroom. And then Shoshana's jumping in and she says, I'm here first, and you should have called me first, and now I'm gonna be my best self inside of here and get my girl Hannah to get the hell up. And then Hannah's like, I'm gonna kick you away. And then Jessa walks into the room, and Jessa's like, oh, actually, I did set Mimi Rose.
Yeah,
and
Jessa reveals
Adam
that
up.
she's the one who set them up, and Hannah's like, what the fuck? And she's like, girl, like, it's over, get over it. And then Hannah's like, I'll never leave the bed. And they slap each other, which is fun. And then
I love
Jessa
that
walks
part.
out and is like, well, get Marnie over here because she's basically nonverbal. And then Ray comes. Ray burns her.
Yeah, Ray, she like burns her hand. Ray like tries to fix it, does like a really bad job, and then he leaves. And then Marnie comes, and Marnie brings food, and she's like the only one that like really like real talk.
Yeah.
And then Hannah goes into the shower and she's doing like a fake shower, which is like classic of her. And Marnie just kind of like talks her out of it, like just kind of like
No, you got it.
tells her how it is. and then Adam comes and they have this like really intense, truthful, honest conversation, and then she finally like accepts it, and then she leaves and goes to her storage unit.
And
Yeah.
sleeps on
There.
a little couch.
That was over 60, but it was
No,
fine. It's
that's
important.
1
A lot
minute. That's
happened.
1 minute.
That's one-
We sometimes go to 4.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that was actually pretty. That was pretty good.
And of course, Laird and
Oh, sorry, I forgot
no,
about that.
that's not
I
you.
forgot
But
about
actually,
them.
Amelia missed out.
That was
not to
my
point blame
thing
at
to say.
anyone. Of course, it's a collective teamwork, so we can't point
Sorry,
fingers.
guys.
But if anyone did mess up, it was Amelia.
Yeah, totally.
Okay,
And I
we
take
blame you. We
I take
blame you.
100% responsibility for that. But they tried to initiate a threesome, and Hannah's like, no.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
And they're like, well, if you ever change your mind, let us know.
Wait.
Yeah, we have the screen grab. They
So
start kissing, and
sad.
Hannah's like, this can't be what's
She's
happening.
like, can you guys leave?
But yeah, and we're watching Hannah watch a Mimi Rose TED Talk.
Oh my god, I love
yeah,
that
yeah,
part.
It's
That was
so
crazy.
It's so
It's so
perfectly written.
classic.
Like
I know that even like what she's talking about
she's
in
like,
the TED Talk.
yeah, I got a crush on a boy when I was 8, and then realized I had to break up so I could reach my full creative potential. And you're like, girl, what?
It's one date. It sounded like they went on. Like they held
Yeah.
their hands each other's once, going on the way to an ice cream parlor, and I was like, "That's it. I actually need to focus on myself."
Yeah.
She's grower. I'm obsessed with her.
I love it.
We're gonna get into all this, but first
Yeah,
we
we're
have to
skipping
ask
ahead,
you
we're
the
skipping
most
ahead.
important
Oh.
question of them
yeah.
all.
What?
Girl, what girl are you?
I knew you were gonna ask. I honestly, I'm definitely like none of them, but I see, but I see my like the music storyline of Marnie is so funny to me, and like there's so many points of her music career where I'm like, okay, like I get like the jazz brunch, like and like no one's paying attention.
Yeah.
Like that's just it's so like every musician has like done something like that. I've like done a million gigs where like no one's.
Right, they're like mad you're singing. They're like, can you shut up?
Yeah, they're like, what do you like? What's going on? And she like thinks it's like a really big deal, and like her friends come out, like it's really cute. And then there was like another scene where she's like playing her song like in the bar for
I
Jessa, and
know.
she's like, can you turn the music down? Like I'm trying to play her something. And she's like listening, and she's like, yeah, like it's a song, like you did. Like that's just so classic. I've done that so many times, like trying to like play music
Really?
for my friends.
People are
and
like,
just-
it sounds like music.
yeah, people are like, it's dope. Like, or you're just like trying to play it for your friends and you like care so deeply about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't need I heard 30 seconds, like I don't need to hear like anymore.
Yeah.
So like her music storyline is like hilarious to me, so I like feel for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely not like a Marnie.
Right.
Mhm.
You're like,
I'm like I
this
have
girl
my
has
like
nothing
shit
to do with
together.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then like Jessa's just like cool. And
She's so cool.
I like to be
You're
I
kind of
try to be
Jessa.
cool.
You're kind of Jessa.
I would
You
say it.
think that?
Yeah.
Chrissy?
You give
You're-
off Jessa vibes.
You're
Do
Jessa during Marnie's music arch. Like you kind of are
Yeah,
finding
I'm
the
kinda,
cusp
like-
of both of those.
Yeah, I'm kind of like doing. I
Yeah.
feel like she just like does her thing.
She's hanging
But I care.
out.
But I'm like better to my friends than Jessa is.
Oh, thank God.
I'm
You're
just like
just
a
being
better
little-
friend.
The bare minimum of being
yeah,
a friend
I'm
with
definitely
someone.
a better friend. And then Shosh, like I'm Shosh in the way where she's like organized and like
right.
she's,
Has
like, on it.
goals.
Yeah,
and
she
she's
has
like,
like goals.
we're gonna
like,
make
I'm
it
very,
happen.
Like goal oriented. I'm like I'm gonna make this shit happen. And I went to NYU, so
There it is.
And
There
you
we
did good
go.
NYU.
So
But
you're
I'm, like,
actually every girl.
I'm kind of like a little of all of them.
Wow.
How are you guys?
Thank God.
I know. Who
Maybe
are you
I'm
in this-
Mimi Rose.
Maybe you're Mimi Rose.
Wait, well, you did say you gave a talk at a school.
I did give a talk at a school recently.
That's so Mimi Rose.
It's so
it is
Mimi
really Mimi
Rose.
Rose coded.
Yeah.
I
Like,
would
the
say you're Mimi
apartment, Like I
Rose.
feel like I would like want that style apartment.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Like how
100%.
that she has.
When
Or is
she-
it both
when
their
we get
apartment?
there? Oh, it's because Mimi Rose also has her own apartment. And we get to see this
Well, that's why
later
I don't understand
on.
why she like moved. I don't know. I was confused.
I
She
don't
somehow lives there and
understand
has
when
the
they're
most
like-
gorgeous house.
They're
somewhere.
they're sleeping downstairs. I'm like, why can't they go to Mimi's home?
Yeah, doesn't she like have a place?
and a studio space. I'm sure a blow up mattress would fit in there.
Like, why is
Yeah.
Hannah in a cellar?
Dude, yeah, like what?
It doesn't add
Anyways,
up.
which girl are you guys?
Yeah.
Great question.
Does it switch?
Yeah. So every
We do
ep-
it by week.
we do it by week, and I think based off this specific episode, I know I really felt so Ray coded.
Yeah, you're like, I'm running for mayor.
Oh,
I'm running for mayor. My friend's gonna burn their hand on bacon, but like I'm so preoccupied with whatever
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying.
I do feel like in conversations where I'm like, we're talking about this thing and you're like mapping it onto your own thing and you're saying advice to me, but you're really just saying affirmations to yourself.
No, exactly.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, I think we're talking more about you than my thing, but
well, that's why I'm a Ray.
it's perfect. Ray is so I feel
love
like
Ray's character.
he's on he is on his impassioned speeches in this episode.
People,
Yeah.
Ray is having the biggest like renaissance, I think, currently of any of the characters from the show. Like in the new like rewatch of it all,
Yeah.
the way people are riding for Ray that they weren't in initial release of the show is like
Yeah.
a beautiful thing to watch. And I wonder if we're just like millennials can really empathize with like the
Is it
cynical
because he's
nature of it all.
34?
Yeah, I
And
can-
now
I think-
everybody who
and
saw
now
it-
people are like, oh, okay, you're 30.
Now
like,
that I'm not
Exactly.
22, I'm
Yeah.
understanding Ray's whole thing.
yeah, now that we're like closer to that age, it's easier to like get
Yeah.
where
huh?
it's coming from.
It
I
is
guess.
crazy because you're supposed to be happier in your 30s, but you also become more cynical. It's like, what is that all about?
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't talked to a 30-year-old in weeks. I would love to talk to one, figure out their whole vibe is.
We'll reach out.
I swear, God, before moving to New York City, I always say this: I had never met a 30-year-old before. They're kind of like in an age that doesn't like exist out in the suburbs, in college spaces, or just
Wait,
so.
true, because when you're in you don't. You're
It's
not
so
around.
real. I didn't know anyone growing up in Texas that was 30. Like you were either a child or a mother. Like there was
That's
no
so true. There's
middle.
That's so true. I never thought about that.
I was
growing
like,
up-
what do people do when
That's
they're
so
28?
true. Growing up in the city because I'm like born and raised in New
Mhm.
York. There was a time when like I was only friends with like 30-year-olds when I was
Oh
like
my God.
19. Like I would only hang out with 30-year-olds. So I was like, it became very like I just knew the vibe.
Right. You're like, so
Yeah.
this is what it'll be like.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, I was DJing in the city a lot, and like all the other New York DJs were like,
Yeah.
30,
Oh my
Right.
or,
God.
like late 20s.
I love the idea that you're like, hi, I'm just a girl.
Yeah,
What's
literally,
up, DJ?
Me hanging out with
colleagues?
30-year-old DJs, like it was like my thing. It was like when I was at NYU my first year, I was friends with these other girls, and I was friends with like these 3 girls at NYU, and then all my other friends were like 30-year-old DJs.
LOL.
Like how
Wait, male
so
and female, or
random.
mostly male?
Mostly like guys.
Are
It's
you a
so
woman
funny.
scorned?
What
I
do
feel
you-
like every time I meet a 19-year-old who talked to a lot of 30-year-olds, they become a woman scorned in some regards.
What does that mean?
Just like there's a little anger somewhere about it.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
Really?
You're not
I
reading
feel
that
like
way
you
at
feel
all.
really chill
you seem
about
I'm
it.
really
pretty
chill.
chill. I'm
Yeah.
pretty chill. Well, it's more like I was like working. Like
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like
yeah.
really
Right.
trying to like get in the scene. Like they were booking all the DJ gigs, so I was like really just like in the scene,
Oh,
like kind of.
oh my God.
I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like being an Olsen twin on the set of Full House. You're like, yeah, John Stamos is my friend.
Yeah, we're like we're like professionals.
Literally.
Yeah.
Wait,
Because,
what
like,
did you
the
learn
NYU
from them?
kids- Well, like when I was at NYU, I already like lived my whole life in the city, and then when you go to NYU, there's a lot of kids that obviously aren't from New York that come to the
Right.
school.
It's the first time like seeing a bodega.
Yeah, and I was just I wasn't like I was just like had already been in this
Of course.
city. So I was like
Yeah.
already kind of like used to this, and like I grew up like across the street, so I already like knew that stuff. So I feel like I
Right.
was in a different part of my life than like they were, because they were like
100%.
first exploring the city, and I was already kind of like
Yeah.
so I feel like that's why I related more to like the older crowd, just because I was like already
Yeah.
in New York. Like I was like mature in that way. So I didn't connect as much to the people who were like just coming to New York. if that
Right.
makes
They're like, I'm
sense.
from Idaho and this place is crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, come to like this Brooklyn warehouse, and they were like, what?
They were like, I've never been.
They're like, we're just gonna go to like the bar like in NYU.
LOL,
area. I was
they're
like,
at
yeah, we're like
Phoebes.
feels. Yeah, like Phoebes.
But
So
I do think it's crazy because what you're describing is what other people have the reaction with NYU students when they graduate college.
yeah,
Like you're going to NYU students and being like, you guys are gonna learn a lot here.
yeah,
And every NYU student that people like just moved to the city, you're like, you guys are gonna learn a lot here.
yeah.
It is so,
So
cool
true.
to have that.
It's
Yeah,
different.
it's just like different. In high school in New York, it was like this. It's like house parties, or like not.
Yeah.
No one has house. It's like apartment parties. Like you'll
Was
go
your
to like
life
some kid's
just
apartment.
like Gossip Girl?
No, Gossip Girl's like so inaccurate. It's crazy. But there's like, but there were like moments where you could kind of like there were definitely kids who like went to clubs at like 14 and stuff.
Mm.
But I wasn't doing that. I did go to like Catch when I was like 14. It was like
I don't
my
even know
first.
what that is.
Oh my god, it's like this club or like
That was big at 14.
yeah, or like or maybe I was 15 or 16 or something, and I went with like a group of girls and we all wore like mini black dresses and like had our fake
Aw.
IDs that are obviously fake, like just
Right.
so obviously fake.
You made them in the computer lab that day.
Dude, literally, like there was like one kid like in the like schools who like would organize and you would like pay him like $80 and he would like get your
Oh my
Oh my god, no, we had
Yeah,
the
it was
same thing
crazy.
too.
yeah everyone
All
for,
the
like,
naughty
fake
girls
IDs.
in my friend group would go and they post a photo in their cover photo on Facebook, be like them all sipping one green
Oh my
apple
God.
martini at once.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God,
these are the
classic.
baddest girls in a damn high school.
Classic.
They're going cuckoo crazy at
Yeah.
Catch or what was it? Upside down, up and
Wait,
down.
Up and Down was the first club I
Or-
went to. Yeah.
yeah. Or was the other one Rebel Riot with the paint? What was that one?
Oh my god.
Oh, I can never
Oh my God.
remember.
Oh my god. Because I played there once.
You
dude, I DJ'd there once because
It's
my
Rebel something,
it
right?
was
Am I
like
crazy?
It was,
Rah,
it was
Rever,
like not like not like it was
Riot Room? No.
Riz. Why can't I remember it?
Well,
This is gonna annoy me
ADR.
so much.
We'll fix it in
We'll
post.
ADR.
We'll
But
edit it
But
in.
that was like I like DJ'd there once, and I invited all these like girls from my high school.
Oh
and I was
my
like,
God.
Guys, like I'm DJing at whatever it's called.
Oh shit.
I
And it
would
was like a
kill
big,
to watch you
yeah, it was
DJ
like a,
there.
It was like a big, and I was like 16, and I like because the guy who like taught me how to DJ like had a residency there, and he like would
Mhm.
like sneak me in so I could like because I was just like into DJing, like I wasn't
Oh my
into
God.
partying at
Yeah,
all. Like,
yeah.
I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs, like blah blah blah. But I really liked the like act of DJing, so I was just like
Mhm.
really into it. So I would go and like watch him in the booth, and then he let me like DJ there one time like 10 to 11 when like no one's there.
Ah!
And I invited my friends and was like really, and I was
You're like, guys, it's before curfew even.
yeah, and I was like, guys, can get you in to like whatever.
You were the
Pretty
coolest girl at
iconic.
NYU.
Pretty iconic. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really iconic.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was cool. Anyways,
history.
So that was my more of my experience. But then I did the NYU stuff. You know, I went to like,
Right.
the dorm party. Like I kind of like did it all to experience.
I know. You know, I'll
Yeah,
tell you,
you gotta check
NYU
it
dorm
out.
parties a lot. I went to a Columbia dorm party and an NYU dorm party.
Yeah.
The Columbia dorm party I went to, the theme was bears, famous bears through history. So people talked about Smokey the bear, Yogi the bear.
God.
I was like, it was embarrassing. Embarrassing. I'll say that. That should have
Wow.
been a fucking theme of
I
the
kind of like
party.
the theme. I like a theme party though.
Me
Oh,
too.
I do too. Not when it's famous
Not when
bears
it's
through
fame
history.
bears, yeah.
There had to be so many options for them to have landed on that one and locked it in.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, guys, this one is it.
Yeah, they're
There's
like, this
20
one is the
people.
one.
Let's lock this shit.
Okay, we're
Sorry, we
losing
can
track.
get
Back to girls.
Sorry,
I got
yeah.
off on a
No,
tangent.
it is an
I
important,
haven't
It was
thought
part of
about
it.
tangent.
I haven't thought about my
It was
early
important
New
to
York
dive back in.
experience.
Okay, back to girls.
we
I'm
have to lean
Marnie.
into Lena. Oh,
I'm
sorry,
Marnie
I'm
this
sorry, I
week.
forgot to ask
Oh, you're
you.
Marnie. Yeah, that's she kind of
she's-
handles it the best. this whole-
Sorry, but she knew exactly what to say, and it was like a truth that
Yeah.
Hannah didn't want to hear. And she's like, I've been putting off telling you because I know you weren't ready, but I have to be frank. Like, this was the state of the relationship. You need to be honest with yourself. The relationship was failing, and you do deep down know that. So maybe it's time to let this go. Like, that is me as fuck.
Yeah, you did listen to 100 audiobooks in a year, and that is your conclude resolution from
Yeah,
all those.
like as someone who's never been in a relationship, I'm actually amazing and giving expert advice on how to get over a breakup.
yeah.
Don't you think?
Do you feel like your friends that haven't been in relationships are actually some
They're
of the
kind of
best
like
at
better.
giving?
Yeah, they're kind of better.
It's like a third party, like
yeah,
with
who
no
can kind of like oversee from the outside.
100%.
Yeah.
because so much of what's missing in breakups is logic.
So never date for the
So
rest of
true.
us.
Okay, perfect. I'll stay
Yeah,
single
just
forever.
yeah, because sometimes when you're like when you've had relationships and you're talking to your other friends about it, you're still like giving advice based on your own.
100%.
Yeah, and
your
it's
own
like
trauma.
you got back with your ex who kind of sucks, so you're giving
Yeah.
advice through
You're
that.
like, well, yeah, you can
lens.
totally get back with your ex. Like that's totally chill. Or, like, they'll
Yeah.
be like, well, yeah, you could like do that because you know, in my experience when I did that, you know what I mean? Like you're always bringing it back to yourself, and it's never really
It's never
really right.
It's never really pure.
It's
yeah,
never
there's
really
it's
pure.
Ray in that scene with Lena.
Yeah,
Actually, everyone in every scene with Hannah.
It was
everyone
just
had
their own-
intention
everyone was like
walking
so
in.
yeah.
which I guess is how writing works, but still.
I remembered what the club was called. It was called Riff Raffs.
Riff
And then we'll move
Raff,
on.
yes.
And then we'll move on. And then we'll move
Wait,
on.
we should put Riff Raff paint on next episode.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
like it is offensive though because it is almost
It's
tribal
offensive.
paint.
Yeah, it was like tribal. It was not. The club's closed.
We'll
did
post a
close.
carousel of all the clubs' names so people
Yeah,
can
so
get
people
context.
yeah, if people can get context, yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
They
Anyways,
didn't go to any real
Anyways,
club.
this episode, let's start with Lena. We walk in, Mimi Rose is there. She's like, I might go grab a juice.
Oh,
That
I
was
know,
psycho.
so funny.
You're like, does anyone like want a green juice or a tea? Like, it's so crazy.
It does seem like she's missing some sort of awareness of like
She's
human behavior.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't realize this situation.
She wants to be the most
Yeah.
human person alive, and that leads her to becoming a robot, which is like, I didn't know that could happen, but it's like, and
Doesn't
she's,
she
very
say like, should I
robotic.
go in and talk to her? I'm actually really good in a crisis, and I'm like, you have to
Yeah,
know.
she's like, absolutely not.
Yeah, you have to know
Yeah.
that wouldn't make any damn sense, girl.
and Adam wants
Yeah.
an apple juice. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I didn't even know if you go to a juice press, they sold apple juice. I'm like, it's always a combination. I've never seen pure juice like that sold
Yeah,
one
it's like You're
time.
like 12.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
12.
He
apple
went
juice.
Mott's mode.
He went Mott's mode.
So stupid.
Oh, God.
But I guess it's like, so Lena was like, I watched the bonus features of this episode, and originally it was Hannah going to everyone's house trying to talk with
Oh.
them through it.
Yeah.
And then they rewrote it, and they were like, what if everybody comes to
Keeps
her
her.
and she locks herself in her room?
I think that's way better just writing wise. Like, I love
Yeah.
episodes like this where it just takes place in
One room.
one place.
Yeah.
I think it's just like more, I don't know,
It is true.
stylistically interesting, and then you see how like each character deals with the situation in that space and like where they are like in the house. I don't know. I think it's cooler.
Totally.
to
It was
see.
so fun to see like each character, and I'm like, how are they gonna like try their luck
Yeah,
on Hannah?
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like Ray's like cooking.
Ray's like, we're gonna make bacon and that'll fix it.
Yeah,
Shoshanna's
it's like,
like,
let's stalk right now, which is I feel like something I would do.
yeah.
I would be like, okay, well, like let's see like what the deal is.
well, I
with her.
then
love
we
the
find out
stuff.
Mimi's
Yeah,
perfect.
literally.
Yeah, and then
Mimi's
they're like,
too
wait,
perfect
she,
to
like,
look
has a
up.
literal TED Talk.
Yeah.
And then
Jessa's
yeah,
bitch.
then Jess is just like smoking a cig. She kind of like sucks.
So do we think Jessa is completely unaware of like how this would
No.
hurt Hannah, or do you think she's mad Hannah left, so she set Adam up with Mimi Rose just to be like, Hannah, you fucking left. This sucks. I'm gonna get back at you in this weird twisted way.
I think it was like a combo. I think she's so I don't think she's like aware. I think she's a little bit aware of it, but like I think she also is like starting to become friends with Adam
Yeah.
now through the AA stuff. So she's almost like being like a better friend to Adam, you know?
Oh,
100%.
Like I think
100%.
that's something that like gets missed. Like she like wants to help Adam because they have this special connection that she doesn't have with the rest of the characters, which is the attic connection. Like they're
Yeah.
both going through that. So I feel like
Even the thing where Hannah's like, tell me what he's been saying in group, and she's like, you know I can't.
Yeah,
and it's
she's
like,
like-
she would for anybody
yeah,
else.
exactly. That's why it's like she has some sort of loyalty to Adam that she doesn't have.
Well, she now
to
likes
Hannah.
Adam more, it feels like.
Yeah,
Like, even
and
Yeah.
he
though,
also helped. Didn't he help her in like a recent episode where she like got
yeah,
arrested?
the
Like,
one
I feel like-
before, like, the whole jail scene happens, and then Adam's like,
Yeah.
you're just trouble. But like before that, he was like really reaching out to help Jessa, and like,
She
and
was
she's
like,
the
I
one that
really
got him
wanted
into
you as a
AA.
friend.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
into she got into AA because of Adam.
Yeah,
like,
so I feel like
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
she has some sort of like loyalty. I loved how she was like, I haven't seen MRH, and like when she called her MRH, you're like, dude,
I want to be
shut up.
initials.
You're like, not the initials.
She's
It's
and
so
she's, like,
fun,
smoking
though.
a
yeah,
jag.
she's
It's
like, I mean, I haven't
so-
seen MRH. She's like, I swear I told you. It's like, you know, you haven't told me. Like, come on, bro.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, her nonchalantness is crazy. When
Yeah,
Hannah,
it's kind of insane.
the fact that Hannah has to be like, don't you understand this is crazy? And she's like, no.
Yeah.
And then slaps her.
I know that's crazy, but also like she does, even though I think it's really shitty friend thing to do. Like she does have a sort of like point. Like she's not wrong. She's not completely wrong.
Hannah left for 2 years.
Yeah, she's like, you're leaving for 2 years. Like it's sorry that happened so quick, but like it's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the timing was messed up, but like everyone's kind of understanding that it's gonna happen. You know, it's you have
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
eventually-
Lena even says herself, or Hannah, in an early episode when they're at a party, it's like, if you guys are in different area codes, then it's not cheating. And it's like,
Yeah.
she's kind of seeing her own principle play out here.
Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
you know, she's not like she didn't I mean she did some like Jessa did something wrong as like a friend, I think. Friend code, but like she does have like sort of a point. Like she was leaving for like 2 years. Like it wasn't like Adam was just gonna wait around.
And they weren't
Exactly.
like, let's stay together. They were like, they weren't even talking.
Yeah,
so
there
it's
weren't
like
any like rules.
I mean, I
broken.
think like her emotional response to like coming home from like quitting grad school and seeing that her boyfriend has like moved all the
really
furniture
tough.
around and a random girl is living
Yeah.
there. Like, I think her emotional response makes sense, but I also think it's not like Adam's this evil person, because he has a point when he's like, you left.
Yeah, that's why I think. Yeah, there's like no rules like broken. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he like recognized that it was so. Sorry, I'm like not talking to the mic at all. He recognized that it was so quick and it wasn't like malicious because he wasn't actively searching for like a new girlfriend. You know, just kind of sometimes it just like.
But Jessa was for him.
Yeah, which is like kind of I know that's why. Yeah, I guess I don't know. She kind of sucks.
But I feel like, did he not break the rule of like at least communicating that the relationship was over? Like he gets
that's
ghosted.
True. He never said.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like seeing.
That's
other
hell.
people.
Can you imagine getting like fully ghosted by your boyfriend because you like think that you're gonna be together when you're in your
That is so
master's
true.
program, and then you come back and he's with a full on girl who's kind of technically better than you?
Yeah.
That'd break my damn
and the
heart.
moving in thing is like fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
moving in that fast is just like it's not necessary.
That interaction in the last episode where she's like, who are you? Who are you?
Yeah.
And then Mimi Rose in this episode being like, you must be Marnie. And Shosha's like, fuck you. I don't want to know you. I'm going to keep walking my business attire.
Wait, why is she in business attire? It's like,
She's got an interview.
Oh, she's like on the job interviews.
is
Yeah,
that,
she's on
she
the
going
job
directly from the interview?
I
From
don't
that
know.
company where the woman like gay bashed her?
No.
It was interesting how none of them asked like why she was home. Like no one was like, what happened with the program? Like she just kind of like left. That's a big decision to just
But
like
they
leave
did
grad
ask, but she
school.
couldn't answer.
Well,
did they ask?
Jessa was like, why are you not in Idaho? Which
Oh
wrong
yeah, which
state.
is so I love the like Idaho, Iowa switch up. Like that's so funny to me.
It is like, yeah, I get those two states confused.
Yeah,
I think we probably
literally,
did during this
like,
episode.
I did some like festival in Iowa recently, and like the guitar player who plays in my band was like, yeah, Idaho, like kept saying Idaho, like to the point where he would like type like thought the ticket was like we were just so they're just so silly, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's just such a classic. Like I don't know. I think it's like funny.
There's no
writing.
distinguishing thing. It's like
Potatoes.
The thing is, you would confuse Illinois with the other two, but they're Chicago, so you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
And
I
Iowa,
actually have
Idaho.
no idea on a map where Idaho is.
I's really
I don't know
confusing.
either.
I think
Is
I-
it near like Kentucky.
I think I'd guess
That's
near
stupid.
I think
there,
you're
too.
right,
I think
I
I'd
think
do
I'm
that.
really bad at geography, so I
But
don't-
it's cold and
Cut that
You're
Kentucky's
not
warm.
bad. It's just that it's impossible to be good at it.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, there's so many states that don't communicate
Have you
with
seen
us.
those TikToks that are like name the 50 states in like a minute? I just couldn't.
No,
couldn't
are
do it.
people good at it?
People are pretty good at it.
Well, as we discussed earlier, you deserve extra time.
I know. I
Yeah.
think I have ADHD. We discovered. We discovered that I should have
You
had
at least
extra
need time and a
on
half.
the ACT. And that is
Yes.
You guys
a
are
real
getting
bummer.
IEPs.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need
that was a real bummer.
IEPs.
I love it. In college, I worked at as a receptionist for like the IEP center at my college, and so every day it was just me talking to moms whose like sons had ADHD and were about to
Oh my
start school,
God.
and they were like, "Is he gonna be okay?" And I was like, "Listen, Nancy, like your son's gonna love it here. It's gonna be totally fine, girl."
Doesn't everyone have it now because of like the phones?
Yeah,
It's a thing, right?
I don't.
Yeah.
There should be case study. I'm sure there's
There
case
is.
studies
There should be
about
case study. I 100%
this. I would be
agree.
in
There
it.
should be case
like
study.
someone needs to study my.
think
Wait,
it's
actually, I
called
do something
TikTok
that's
brain.
so psycho that you guys
Tell
are going to find
us.
psycho. Like when I watch TV sometimes on Netflix, like I watch it like 1.25 speed.
No, that's
No.
normal.
Is that not
Actually,
psycho?
you're doing it slow.
Do you do
Wha-
1.5?
I
I'm
don't-
company's doing 1.5.
I do think it's sacrilegious to watch a Netflix show.
Except for the
in
Great British Bake Off,
speed.
it has to be at 1.5
yeah, if it's like,
That's
speed.
true.
like I was watching like the Squid Game challenge.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
And it was
I
just
think
like a
that's
little like I was
fine.
like, okay, like you don't really it's about the games. You don't really need the you know, if it's like
Yeah.
a reality show, you can kind of just
What about
or
Gilmore
yeah,
the
that's
Girls?
10
fine.
you know, like the 10 seconds that you can like
Yeah, you're like,
sometimes
all
I'm just
right.
like, all right.
Well, that's how I watch
Done with
movies.
this.
I'm like, if I've seen a
I
movie
just
before, I'll
can't.
just skip to the parts I like. So I'm watching a movie. Last morning I watched 2 movies in an hour because I guess skipped to the 3 minutes I liked to both of the movies.
If there's like characters I don't like, I just kind of skip their scenes.
I not a pause.
Is that fucked up?
No, not at all.
Okay, I'm always like scared to tell people I watch on 1.25 because people are like,
I
that
think
is
it's-
psychopathic.
How fast do
like,
you listen to podcasts or audiobooks?
Never the normal speed. It's too
No,
slow.
I'm at
sure.
2.0.
But
at
we
this
talk
point.
fast, so like I feel like this I would watch normal.
Right. Well,
I'm gonna
I'm
listen
always
to
like, the podcast was so boring. And then I edited in double speed. And I'm like, actually, we were on top of
We
it.
should just put this one in 0.5.
Yeah.
0.25 or 1.25.
It's perfect.
Just upload it really fast.
Yeah.
Please, everything should be uploaded really fast. I don't have
okay.
enough time.
Anyways.
Oh,
What
yeah.
else happened? Wait. Let's discuss Marnie not answering her phone.
Right,
the
we have a
shed
really
thing, the
important
woodshed thing.
question. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so she was like, we're in the wood
it's
shop.
we're wood shopping, so we were on a phone diet.
Yeah, well, I thought that maybe, so musicians, sometimes they say, like, it's kind of like a jazz musician thing. You'll be like, oh, like, I'm in the shed means, like, you're practicing. Like, people be like, oh, I'll shed it. Like, oh, this song, like, I need to learn it. Like, I'll go shed it. Means, like, you're practicing it and learning it. So I thought maybe the, like, wood shop, she meant to be, like, we were in the shed, like, practicing our songs. But it was, like, a play on that. I don't know if that's a...
I think you're
I
right
was
because it's
confused.
indie.
I was
It's
like-
indie, so it's woods.
I was like,
Yeah.
are you building stuff?
Yeah, but I think they were, like, trying to come up with the music term that everyone uses and, like,
And
didn't
got
know
it
it
a little
because they're, like,
wrong.
not really musician. You know what I mean? Because they're,
Yeah.
like, bad. So they were, like, they got it, like, they used the wrong word.
I'm sure Lena was talking to Jack, and Jack was like,
It was
it's
like,
going to
it's
be kind of
shed.
funny if you
You
say
wood shop.
Yeah.
Or, like, wood shop. Yeah, because they were, like, maybe they were, like, wood shopping, like, or you say, like, workshopping your music. Like, I don't know, wood shop
Yeah.
is, like, the wrong word to use,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
so
kind
weird.
of similar to a word that you would use, and I think that's why it's funny.
Do you think Desi has upstate property? Is that what it is?
Oh my god.
He's a
Yeah,
house
but I
in
thought
Broadway
Hudson.
money.
Yeah, he has Broadway money. He
Yeah.
might have a house in Hudson.
Which Broadway money famously is nothing. But
True. Yeah, I thought that was funny. They were like,
But
do
she's
you ever
so
wood
smart.
shop?
yeah, but I don't like turn off my phone.
Mm.
Yeah, but I'll go through times where I'll be like, okay, I have to like put my phone away for like a few hours.
Totally.
But like it was like a full day, which was kind of crazy.
There's like 2. I mean, where is this girl up to?
Yeah, it was like 2 days.
I mean,
She
I think they're
seems,
just
like,
fucking.
way
Maybe
too-
he
I
had
think
wood
they were
for
just,
2
like-
days.
Yeah, I think they were.
That's
just,
the
like,
wood.
Yeah.
I feel like she would check her emails, but I guess she's more of a free spirit than I
What
thought.
kind of phone does
Yeah.
she have? Where does
Are
everyone-
they were
are
an
they
iPhone.
Blackberry?
It had to be an iPhone 3
They
or
were-
4.
Yeah, iPhone times.
Yeah, but last time I see her with her phone is a BlackBerry.
No way.
When she's at the gallery, but we haven't seen any of the characters with the phone really since.
Mm.
Yeah, true.
Huh?
No, I think Hannah had an iPhone because I remember the clicking sound of like the.
Oh right, and she
Yeah,
FaceTimes.
when she FaceTimes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
when
that
she
click
FaceTimes.
sound effect
Yeah,
like
it's
unlocks
so-
something.
Oh my god, it literally is such a nostalgia for me.
Yeah, I was
the
like, this
click
doesn't
sound.
happen anymore. Where'd it go?
Like, yeah, and I was like, what is that?
Miss
Huh.
it. Miss it.
I do miss it. Well, the thing about Marnie, I think what we were talking about is kind of a second ago, but she is so like intelligent about her advice towards Hannah about like
Yeah.
you have to move on from Adam because it's like, you know what? You were like, is this gonna be a forever relationship? I think now you have your answer. Like she has such clarity and brevity
Yeah.
around this issue. And then towards her own tumultuous relationship with Desi, which is like LOL makes not a single lick of sense.
Yeah.
It's like this man who like basically got broken up with comes running over and it's like, actually I left Clementine for you. And it's like,
Yeah,
no,
it's
you
like,
didn't. You're a liar and a cheat.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like interesting. It's kind of
Yeah, she's,
people are
like,
so much better at
bad
preaching.
yeah, she's so bad at like her
Yeah.
own relationships, but
But don't you find that like with your friends, you have such a better sense of what could help them than what could help yourself?
Yeah.
You just never take your own advice because you just don't want to.
Yeah, you're like, I know it's right for me, but it's not what I want to do.
Of course, like you have to have someone else tell you, you know,
Yeah.
like snap out of it.
I do love like how much this episode was like leaning into like the Googling of it all, because it's like now more than ever, that's like so what you do when you like are introduced to like a new
Yeah, you always like stalk them.
yeah, you're like, I need to learn everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so much more information now too.
I know.
I mean, if these people had TikTok accounts,
Oh my God,
sorry.
they would know.
I would love
they
to see what
know.
Mimi Rose's TikTok account would be
It
up
would
to.
probably be like it would be like clips from her TED talk.
Totally.
like-
She
Right.
clipped it.
Yeah,
She captioned it in
she
yellow.
definitely definitely like clipped, like part 1, part 2. So maybe people like part 17, please. Part 17. Or she would be like, what is she? Is she like an artist? She would be like sculpting videos or something.
Right. She'd be like a day in the
Yeah.
life in my
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
would love it.
I would if I saw my ex's current girlfriend and I had to watch her TikTok account, that would cut the
Oh my
wind
God.
right open.
Literally horrible.
If she's making art, that would kill me.
Well,
Yeah,
Shosha's right for being like, never mind, shut the thing. And she's like,
Yeah, she's
no,
like,
I have to watch every
I know.
frame. It's so classic.
and it is her idea, so it's like I love that when you kind of with the
When you're
discovery.
like, oh wait, I kind of did the wrong thing. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Well,
I
she's
also love
learned.
the content of the TED Talk is so like ironic because it's kind of what happened. Like,
It's exactly what's happening.
Like
Yeah.
in the TikTok, she's like, oh, I had to like I couldn't deal with romance because I had to like go do my follow my creative juices, like focus on my career.
Which
That's
is
kind of
exactly what Hannah did.
and kind of what Adam did too when he was like in the play. He was like, I need to just like
Exactly.
focus a second.
That's
So-
why it kind of makes sense that Adam is falling for
with
Mimi
someone like that
because
yeah.
it's like somebody who gets what Hannah didn't get, and that's like the whole reason they had such a strain is because Hannah didn't get that Adam couldn't.
Yeah.
Adam was pulling away to focus on something.
Yeah, she was not chill with, and then telling him she was leaving like right before he went on was such a like big no.
Yeah.
Like I was like, even though Adam he reacted kind of strongly, but like I like feel for that. Like if anyone like told me bad news before I went on stage, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like
wait
don't you know
2 hours.
Don't you know that this is obviously gonna like fuck me up. Like,
yeah.
like of course, like you gotta like just so not aware of that,
Yeah.
or just like being selfish or whatever.
Hannah-
You know?
So like I think the big thing with Hannah is she's so unself-aware.
Yeah.
But
gonna put
Hannah
away
and
on the
Adam, it's
highway.
like the same problem every time where it's like they're both so unsensitive to the other person's thing.
Yeah, totally.
Like
They're
it's
so-
like
they
that
don't-
happens then, it happens here. Like it's just like a constant loop of them
Yeah.
not.
I'm glad it's fun now that they're broken up. Thank God.
Thank
I need a
God. I'm
rest
ready
from
to
their
move
damn
on.
No, but I
relationship.
also love them.
And I miss
Yeah.
them, but I'm glad it's over for now.
Yeah, they need
Forever?
to
Did they get back together?
No.
is this the when they actually
Yeah, they don't really ever.
They don't really get back together, right?
Yeah.
No.
It just gets worse from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Mimi
LOL.
Rose.
I love.
But I
Mimi
also
Rose.
liked how she like burnt her hand and then Ray did such a like bad job of like fixing it, and then Adam was like
fixed it because
Adam
it's
was
like,
come here, like he still cares about her, you know, like they'll always have that
yeah.
love, you know?
I feel like that was such a good way to show like how much Adam still like cares for her, and like when
Yeah.
he's like, "Bye, kid" or whatever, and she's like,
Yeah,
"Maybe don't call
call
me
me
that
kid.
anymore."
Yeah, and then the storage scene was so sad.
I
No.
know,
her stuff.
and it was so like wherever they shot felt so like to infinity.
Well,
It
yeah.
felt like she was
Yeah.
in purgatory.
Yeah,
It's very like metaphorical. It's like
to like go
Adam-
to a storage unit
yeah.
in New York, and it was like in Fort Greene or something.
Mhm.
She had to like go all the way
Getting
over
off
there.
at Euclid
Yeah,
Ave.
she
I'm like,
all this
this
stuff with her like that. Also, it was like funny how she was in the same clothes for like 2 days. I thought it was so
Literally.
funny. Like she just like didn't like just the depression
God.
aspect of it, just
Yeah.
being in bed and like
jeans.
the clothes you traveled in and just like not. Yeah, and like
It's
the
so
peeing in the
bad.
bucket. just
Peeing in a
all of that.
bucket. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, a real anxiety of like when you live with people, and this can happen even when it's not a breakup. It's like sometimes you just can't leave your room and see another living soul. So it's like you're gonna pee in
Yeah.
a bucket, and especially during a breakup when it's like
yeah.
your
She
ex is
doesn't know
right
who's
outside
out
there. Yeah. It's too emotional to open that door sometimes.
It's too much.
I will say the most disappointing part of this episode for me was like how much it was about Adam and how not even one line was about like what happened to grad school.
I know, that's why I'm like, why did no one really like
Like everyone in her life comes over and is like sorry about Adam, but it's like that's taking such a big thing that like quitting this amazing program and moving
which was
back.
a really big deal. And there was a
Yeah.
lot of lead up to her going to the program and like making sure that everyone knew why she was like making
Yeah.
sense of that, and then no one, but it was almost like they expected her to
Yeah, like
come
it's
back. I feel
almost
like
like
part
all
of
of them
them-
knew that she'd be back.
yeah, like no one was really like that surprised except for Jessa, maybe because she's so like she was like, oh, she's gone, I guess, like
Yeah, Jess is so used to people leaving her and never coming back. So they're
Yeah,
like,
she
"What do you
just
mean you're
didn't
back,
really-
girl?"
Yeah,
I
she
think
didn't
maybe
really
no one's
think about it.
surprised. Like Hannah
Yeah.
is such a classic girl to like bail on a situation, even
Yeah.
if it's going well,
Mhm.
or like is a big opportunity, like she does with the
Yeah.
GQ. It happens with her book. Like it is something a tale as old as time for her, where it's like, oh, Hannah's doing this really cool thing, and she actually isn't going to do it at all. Okay,
yeah.
there's no shock there.
Mhm.
But now, the love of her life quotes. It's like now with a new woman after like 1 month of her being gone. Again, it's
Yeah.
only 1 month. She
1
only
month is
attended class like 3
crazy.
times. I swear to God. And it's like, okay. And now that actually is the biggest thing at mind. Because
The biggest thing I'm wondering is Elijah staying in Iowa?
Oh my
Because
God.
he really built a life there, and for
He really
Hannah to
killed it
leave,
there.
yeah, he's
it's
like,
kind of really messing up his plans.
yeah, he's like, I'm actually having an amazing time here. Why are you going back
Yeah.
to New York?
What do you guys think of her decision to leave? Like, you think that was
I
good or
think
not?
maybe Iowa didn't seem like the right place for her,
Yeah.
but I definitely think she could have tried a little harder.
I think she could have stuck it out a little bit.
It seems
Longer.
like
Yeah.
it's like college is there's an adjustment period.
Yeah, it's like it's like always like the first year of college, like always.
Yeah.
I mean, she already put all the
Sucks.
money down for tuition, and rent's not even that expensive. And the way
Yeah, that's true.
tuition reimbursement works, the first month, you're locked in. You know, so you're lost at $30K, or her parents did, or whatever.
Yeah.
I just like when
At
I was an
least learn a
RA
lesson.
and there was like
You were an
two,
RA?
yeah, there was 2 people on my
Wow.
floor that moved out in the first month, and I was like trying to be like emotionally there for them, but I was like, you didn't even try. You know, like in my head I was like, oh no, Brooke, and that's totally okay that you have to go. It's like it's not always the right time, and I'm like, you need to stick it out, like in my
Yeah.
head.
But I also liked how she had the realization that she like when the teacher was like you can leave if you want, like you're not like 12, like you can like you
Make a
don't have
choice.
to, yeah, you can like make a grown-up adult decision that it's not the right thing for you.
And I think ultimately Hannah knew deep down that it was never going to be the right thing, and so she went forward. And I think her going, not liking it, has only taught her more about like what she wants. Girl,
Uh-oh,
get your Glock. It's rapid fire time.
Oh shit.
Are you the voice of a generation or a voice of a generation?
Wait, what's the question? The voice?
The voice of your generation or just a voice of a generation?
Oh god.
You're both.
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 Yeah, both. Next.
Are you thankful for Mr. Rockefeller?
Low-key Rockefeller Center is like really nice.
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
an amazing
So,
point.
like, yeah.
That is an amazing point.
Low-key the ice skating there like super cute.
Yeah,
Like,
go
Those little
now.
like gold men.
yeah, it's like kind of
Aw.
sweet. I was like there the other night. It was actually like really nice.
Aw.
But it's so crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Do you think all will be revealed in the fullness of time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say,
Yeah.
Not that anyone asked me, but I do agree.
Yeah, do you agree?
Is tea
Yeah.
a magic elixir?
Is what?
Is tea a magic elixir?
Oh yeah, whatever I was saying. Wait, Loki, yeah, I love tea.
Yeah, I can solve all world
Tea
problems.
is like really tea like works if you're sick, you know.
Are you throat coat?
Love throat coat.
Yeah,
Always on
thank
my ride,
God.
like, for shows. Throat coat.
It's perfect.
Throat coat. I just like carry it around.
Yeah, I'm
Good
sure.
like lemon ginger. You can also do like a caffeinated one, so it like takes the place of caffeine.
Oh my
like you know,
God.
there's a lot of
Everyone write this down.
solves a lot of things. Matcha is technically a tea.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
it's what green tea
It's
root.
like a green tea.
Do you
my
So
God,
think,
yeah,
it's
I think it
everything.
does.
be honest, do you think Hannah
Be
could have
honest.
avoided all of this if she had a different haircut?
Yeah, dude, her hair is just so bad at all times.
It's so distracting.
It's so bad at all times. Like why?
Oh, Adam would have stayed with her if she like didn't have a bowl haircut.
Why did she do that? Is it just because
She's a woman trapped of time. It's like
it's just part? It's on
Shoshana's
purpose,
hair is pretty
obviously.
bad too.
Yeah, they're all
Like, I'll be
actually
honest.
Marnie's hair. Jessa's like cool. She always looks
Just
cool
as
to
cool
me.
as fuck.
Yeah, she always looks
no.
cool.
I
Timeless.
I want to say it's Hillary Clinton's fault, but I don't know why.
Mm.
I guess our last question is: do you fake shower?
I definitely fake shower. I definitely like turn, and it's so bad because I feel bad even admitting that I waste water. So it's
No.
not good. But like I feel like I'll turn on the shower for it to like get hot, and then like
No, it's the
kind
only
of,
place
like,
you can
just-
be
just
yourself.
do- you know, just sit in the.
It's
the
kind of
dish, you
sometimes
know?
it's the only solace you have in a city.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like nice to like. just
And you know
feel-
what?
hear
It's
the
a renewable
water.
resource. We're
Yeah, hear the
fine.
water and not like be in there. You know, it's nice to just take a second.
No, it
Yeah.
is. I mean, I saw this study recently where it's like men spend like 7 hours a month just like in alone bathroom time, where it's like
Yeah.
they're going to bathroom with not actually in intention of doing anything, just to chill the hell out
Just to
for a
chill.
second.
How did they come up with this case?
Again, this is a
study.
case
We don't know if
study.
the kids have ADHD,
Yeah,
but we
we
know
don't
that men
know.
are spending 7 hours alone in a bathroom a month.
We don't know.
Yeah, because sometimes I think men have a really hard time just chilling the hell out for a second, so they have to go to
They
bathroom,
have
pretend
to,
to
like, do
pee,
that, yeah.
They like go on their iPhone and just like look up an NFL game.
Well, we have one last segment.
Oh.
That outfit in Brooklyn.
Shoshana's work outfit, right?
Yeah, what was she wearing?
It was just like,
But she always dresses like insane.
it is crazy, but I'm like, girl, a pink blouse tucked into a pencil skirt in heels?
Yeah, that's
You don't
crazy.
even have a job.
I know. No one's. I think about
22-year-olds
office
don't do that.
culture.
Well,
No
like-
one's wearing stuff
That's true.
that professional anymore.
Hybrid work ruined
Well,
it.
now people you wear just like normal.
Yeah, like you
they'll
wear,
just wear
hoodie.
you'll wear right. To
Yeah.
Office jobs, don't people just
My
wear?
at my office job, my boss only wears Mad Happy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we have to give him aviator.
Wait, yeah, everyone has to wear aviation. But like, I feel like they wear like my friends who have like 9 to 5 like office or like go into an office.
Yeah.
They wear like nice like work pants.
Yeah, exactly.
And like
A fun top.
and like a top.
No one's wearing mini blazers.
They're not wearing like blazers and stuff, but some people are into that sort of look. I feel like Hannah's outfits are
Yeah.
always just like outrageous, and I'm just like, okay, like I
They're
would
like,
never-
they're quietly crazy.
they're quietly,
Quietly
insane. They're
crazy.
subtly insane.
Yeah, like they're
they wear
like
like hot pink pants and like a sweat, like
the
just
sweater shirt she was
like,
wearing.
oh, yeah.
I was like,
Oh
for 2
my
days, this
God.
is your
So, yeah, that's
look.
what- she was wearing like a button down.
It's like
I
a,
just, like, didn't-
yeah, it's like a
it's-
China plate
It's
or
like it
something.
seems like
Flattering.
she would be like in a pullover sweater, but they were like, "What if you put you in this
Yeah.
crazy thing?"
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to put you in this crazy
Yeah.
thing.
And then
love
the
it.
haircut.
What else?
I
Oh,
love her though. She rocks.
Well, lecture series online, I think 10 years ago, like colleges, they still do it and they're still popular, but they were so popular 10 years ago to
The
watch
rise
a
and fall
lecture
of TED
series.
Talks.
Like TED Talks,
Yeah.
lecture
People
series
used to
online.
respect that.
People are now
used to
doing
watch a lot of
podcasts.
TED Talks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like they would show those in like my school. It'd be like, we're gonna watch a TED Talk about this.
Literally,
It was a big.
It's like you're being paid
At
so
my-
much money
yeah,
to
why don't
teach
you
right
just
now.
talk about it?
At my high school, there was this one reoccurring substitute teacher that would never do what was told of
Oh
him
my God,
and
classic.
just instead like play
So
a
tech-
20-minute TED Talk
Oh
and
my
then
God.
talk about it and like do a seminar. And so the teachers would come back and be like,
Be like,
why
"What?"
didn't you learn like how to write an essay? And it's like, well, he made us
Watch a
like,
TED Talk instead.
yeah, he made us watch a TED Talk about going to space. Sorry.
Oh my
Kinda lit,
god.
though.
And your media studies?
No, this is in high school.
Oh my god.
Texas public school was awesome.
That sounds kind of fun. In my like high school, we had a class called ethics. It was like every
Ooh.
Wednesday or like every other Wednesday, and we literally watched Lost. Like the teacher just like played Lost.
Oh my god.
Did
like
you
the
talk
show.
about it?
Like
They were like, there's a
no.
lot here.
There's like a lot to learn here, and they just like played every episode of Lost.
It's perfect.
And then and we never got to the end, obviously. 'cause
Yeah.
it's
It's
like
so
so
long.
long. So I don't know what happens.
You could never finish it
Is
in
that
one
kinda
class.
funny?
If
Like,
I was
It's
a teacher, I'd
hilarious.
make
Yeah.
everyone watch all 7 seasons of Gilmore Girls slowly.
Yeah, I feel like if I like taught a class about anything, I would just watch girls. Like,
Yeah.
Lost.
I feel like there's a lot to
There's
gain.
really a lot to unpack here about a lot of
Almost too much.
Almost
stuff.
too much.
We're gonna have to do a second podcast rewatching the show just to cover all those things
just
that
to
we
cover all-
missed.
yeah, just more
There's
like
so
academic. Academic.
And my last thing I really
Oh.
noticed Brooklyn Denver's now, and it's kind of just a global phenomenon, but the way that people treat burns. I think 10
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago, the dialogue was all about putting ice on a burn, but now they're like, don't put ice, run it with cold water.
Yeah, you can't. Does ice like mess it up?
Yeah, it actually can make a burn
Yeah.
worse. So 10 years ago, people were addicted to putting ices on burn because they're like, what's the opposite of heat? Ice. But it's actually
No, it's
cold,
cold
water.
water.
Isn't it
Yeah.
famous that like
Smart.
if you get frostbite, if you put it in hot water immediately,
Yeah.
you'll die or something crazy?
It just,
Whereas
that's
like
how
you have to
get
slowly
damage.
heat up. That's why when people like get out of like falling
Whoa.
in a lake, they like slowly warm them up over time.
Whoa.
Because it's like when you're cold and jump into a shower and then it's like burning you. It's like it makes sense.
It's so painful.
that makes sense.
Yeah, your nerves go
I'm
crazy.
rewatching Grey's Anatomy right now. It's my
What season?
I'm on season 10.
Yeah,
Or
halfway.
17.
Halfway.
But I've never seen it, so I'm watching it like from the beginning.
my
Which is
God.
my new thing, like watching, like how I did with girls, like watching shows where
At
you can just
1.25
binge the whole
speed.
thing.
Grey's Anatomy is
watch-
amazing because it's truly
So
like
good.
months of content.
It's like I this is something I googled, like if you watched all 17 seasons,
How many
how many
days?
hours,
Yeah.
and it's like crazy.
Yeah,
It's like a lot of days. It's like a year.
Wait, I'm
or
dying
something.
to know how many.
Well,
it's a
there's
lot of
19, 22 episode seasons, so that's like.
Have you
what,
seen all of it?
I've seen all of it. It's 245-minute episodes, so whatever that adds up to.
I just
don't
like
wanna
watching
know.
shows where like the phones and internet aren't such a big
I
feel.
know.
It's
Which
just-
it's like, it's nice that TV shows now, unless they're like about working at a magazine and social
Yeah,
media,
exactly.
they kind of don't do too much about phones compared to how
Yeah, they
much
don't really, like,
people really
talk
are on
about-
phones.
Yeah, like it's nostalgic for a time when like it wasn't really about.
Text.
Well, every
Rea-
movie now
It wasn't really
Yeah.
about like Instagram and TikTok and like
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Ugh,
And like
thank
blogs
God.
were a thing. Like it just is like more. I don't know. It's just like nostalgia for that.
Well, so much
time.
media coming out now is like based 10 years ago. Because
Yeah.
it's like so hard to conceptualize social media into a movie because it
Yeah.
ruins
Exactly.
so many plot holes.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
oh, I could actually just tweet about this and it'll probably be over in the next 10 minutes.
yeah.
So unless you're like social media is such a focal point of the thing, it's like it has to be based in the.
That's why they're
10,000.
always making a
The
TV show
tens.
where it's like, what if the teens were in the 80s still?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's
You're
like,
like-
yeah, there's like let's just place in a time where this doesn't exist.
Yeah, they're like, let's bring back the pink ladies one more time.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
all right.
But that's
The
what's
pink
cool watching
ladies.
Girls Even. It's like you see like iPhones coming into place. And you see like the BlackBerry. Like you kind of see the history move. I think it's I don't know. It's kind
Yeah,
of
there's definitely this show is so Facebook coded.
yeah. It's so like
Yeah.
It's so like they're like let's look her up on Google. Like let's look her up on YouTube. It's
yeah,
like so like
it's 240 pixel YouTube video.
yeah.
of
They're
me.
like
yeah.
Rose Howard. Also, just like the best name ever they could have used for that character.
MRH.
Well, because
MRH.
before Instagram, Instagram was just posting your profile picture. Because like
Wait,
that was the only
yeah.
thing you would ever get interaction with or
Yeah.
engagement on. So like posting your profile picture was like a new Instagram photo for the grid. Like that was the
So
same cultural
true.
equivalent, at least in my eyes.
Whoa.
Like, the only time I was getting
Yeah.
200 likes on a photo was on Facebook if I was posting as my profile picture.
Yeah,
and then
200 likes is a
Instagram
lot.
bought that. Yeah, I actually
There
felt
were
really
like
popular
kids who
when
were
I
like
did
yeah,
that.
there were kids who like when I was in middle school, there were kids who were like Facebook famous because Facebook was like it was kind of like starting. You know when like you would, like write
Yeah.
on people's wall and be like, "What's the homework?" And you like write on their wall. It's like, why are you asking them publicly? Like, what's the
yeah,
homework?
it's like now your grandma saw that.
yeah, like my wall from like 20 whatever 2000 whatever is like why were you late to school today? Like you missed
LOL.
class, or be like, what are the notes, or like happy birthday, or like whatever.
Yeah, so much happy birthday culture.
So oh my god, the happy like who wrote on your Facebook wall is such a big
So
deal.
I still look back.
Yeah.
I'm like, in 2015, who wronged me? Which one of my
Yeah,
friends
like,
didn't post on my
who-
And
wall?
it's like,
Yeah.
did they just say happy
or
birthday?
did they put like yeah, and like the crush, like your crush, like what did they say?
Yeah.
Did they message you privately? But Facebook famous was a thing. Like kids who had like above like 200 likes, you were like, wait, they're like famous.
Yeah, it was like the original influencer.
Yeah, me and my friends in like middle school, we would like go to like one of our friends' houses and have a sleepover and like bring makeup and like eyeliner and like do like photos on like a Canon camera for Facebook profile picture.
Oh
You're
my
like,
God,
this
so
album's
hot.
gonna be electric.
Yeah, we were like that was like the first time I like tried eyeliner. And I was like, like my eyes hurt. And then we'd like take pictures and like in the bathroom with like a Canon.
It's
Wait, did you
so
get 200?
powerful.
I don't know, guys. I don't think I was really Facebook famous. I
Well,
know.
Well, that's an amazing note to end the podcast.
Yeah,
I know.
Facebook famous. It was a thing.
Blue wasn't Facebook famous.
I don't think I was Facebook famous, and I'm really upset about it.
It's
Yeah,
all-
like,
you're
I'm
living
sorry.
with
I do it
that
all
trauma.
I do it all for that.
Yeah.
I just like do
Do it
it
for-
for
chasing
I'm
that?
just like trying to be a celebrity like for that reason. Like just because of not getting 200 likes.
It can leave trauma.
No, that
It
has
really
to stick
can.
with
It
you.
literally can.
Wait,
really
what?
can.
Oh, do you want to plug anything? Do you have any live shows coming up?
Wait, when is this coming out?
This is coming out the 26th of December.
December. Okay, well I have an album coming soon. It's not announced yet the
Oh.
date, but people know it's coming
Okay,
soon.
so get ready.
ready.
more
Ready.
tunes, videos,
God.
stuff,
Oh my
and
god.
then tour soon, but it's not
So
announced. I don't want to give
exciting.
any dates,
Yeah.
but
Well, stay tuned, everybody. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much for
yeah,
being
thanks
on.
for having me. This is so fun.
This is so
This is so
fun.
fun.
Yeah, you guys are dope.
We had
Thanks.
me
maybe
to a
the
dinner
best time of
party.
our lives.
Literally.
You're coming to a dinner party.
I'm coming to a dinner party.
It's all going to
Lobster
happen.
biscuit
We'll
and a
talk
bread
more about
bowl.
riff raps.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.